What's up, folks? Ethan here at Hunt Ford in Franklin, Kentucky. We've got another really windy day today, but we're going to talk about the 2024 Ford F-150 XLT. For this year, the 24 model year, the XLT is going to situate itself between kind of the middle of the pack in terms of pricing and options. In previous years, the XLT was kind of that second level of trim options, but this year it's actually the third trim. So you've got the XL, the STX is now its own independent trim, and then now you've got the XLT. Now we have an XLT 302A, which is the mid package. So this is really going to show you kind of what the middle of the pack of options and price are going to look at. This sticker's for right around $60,000. So we're gonna walk around, show you what is on this truck specifically, and we'll talk about some of the new changes for the 24 model year. As always, if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below and hit that notification bell. We have lots of videos and lots of vehicles coming in over the next few weeks. We do have our first few 24 Rangers coming in this week. We've got our first few 24 Raptors coming in this week, and as well as we're going over even more of these Super Duties that we have on the lot here. So if you are interested in Ford trucks especially, we've got plenty of content coming your way. You are not going to want to miss it. So one thing that's kind of different about the different models here on the F-150 for this year is that they've changed the whole front grille. Now this is the standard grille setup. Again, this is a 302, but that grille setup doesn't change unless you change the appearance packages. Historically, if you got a 302, it would bump you into that sport appearance package, and Ford's kind of doing something a little bit differently this year. So this is the standard grille option on the 24 XLTs. You've got your standard LED reflectors here with your daytime running light orange bar in the middle. I really like what they did here, and that they've got this chrome inlay on the front bumper. Again, the XL model had just a solid black plastic piece going all the way through and had the Ford logo in the middle. I like that they broke it up a little bit and gave you this chrome look that matches the standard chrome bumpers. And if you look over to the other side, all of that is going to match the standard chrome wheels here on the XLT. These are the 18-inch PVDs. Now we've got this one in four-wheel drive, so it's going to have these all-terrain tires. These are Michelin all-terrain tires, and they're not necessarily the most capable tires, but they're going to be pretty good for most everyday tasks. Again, keeping up with looks on the chrome for the XLT, you've got the chrome XLT fender badge with your trim level in the middle, as well as you've got the chrome mirror cap. These were actually black plastic up until you got into the Lariat, so this is really nice that they've got the chrome look here as low as the XLT, just a little bit more of a fit and finish upgrade. As well as you've got your chrome running boards and your chrome door handles. These are just a few of these appearance upgrades to make the XLT feel a little bit more premium. Again, they ups the price on these, so they're trying to make a little bit more of a difference and make them feel a little bit more of a premium truck for this base model. They did a lot to the XL to make it feel better. They did the same thing here with the XLT. So as you can see here, they continued the trend of your 4x4 badges being all one color options. I think they're doing this to save a little bit in the production process. They talked a lot about the order complexity being a little bit too high on the 23 model year. So they're trying to minimize steps at the factory so that hopefully we can get a lot more of these a lot faster this year. So this is one of those things that they're doing. Instead of having 3 or 4 different options for a 4x4 badge, they've got one color that's an option for you there at the factory. Again, a little bit more chrome here on the exhaust tip, as well as they're making things match up at the front with the chrome rear bumper. Again, continuing the trend of bringing some of the features from the Lariat down to the XLT to make that middle of the pack price seem a little bit more fair. They added the remote tailgate option here. It's really handy. You know, a lot of times you'll be picking up mulch or something from, you know, Lowe's or Home Depot, and you got to throw it in the back of the truck, but you don't necessarily have your hands free. You'll be able to have the option to lower the tailgate and just give you a little bit more room. This one doesn't have the tailgate work surface, and again, it doesn't have the new tailgate option, that Pro Access tailgate. So we will obviously do a video on that as soon as we get the opportunity. You do have the C-clamp options here, so if you're needing to, you can use it to hold something a little bit steadier towards the tailgate. Here on this truck, we do have a 400 100-watt outlet here in the back. This is just a standard 110 plug. And it's just gonna give you the option to have a little bit of power that you can pull. This isn't a full Pro Power on board setup like we've got on the Power Boost. This truck has the 5.0 V8, which we will do a full driving review of this one in particular. The reason we want to do a driving review on this truck specifically is it's got some of those features from the mid package. You're going to have the better adaptive cruise. You're going to have the Blue Cruise option for 90 days, or you can add it to a subscription. So again, continuing down, bringing some of those features that you historically had to get in a Lariat to bring it to this XLT. It's going to give you a little bit more value add on a lower model truck. Now this truck also has the tow package. So you're going to get your hitch hookup, as well as it gives you the integrated brake controller in the middle of the console. All right, working our way back around, you're going to have the blind spot monitoring, as well as you can see here, you have access to the 360 camera standard on these XLTs, as well as you've got the proximity lock and unlock. As far as interior options, the XLT didn't get that much of an upgrade. Now, this is an XLT mid, so you are going to get the heated seats, as well as you've got your standard 8-way power passenger and driver seats. Once you move up into the XLT appearance package, like your black appearance package, your sport appearance package, this will just be a little bit nicer over this standard cloth seats, but a lot of people are preferring these cloths because they're a little bit easier to clean than leather. And here in the South specifically, it's a lot nicer because, you know, when it gets 100 degrees in the summertime, this isn't going to be leather that absolutely burns the bottom of your legs. Some of the upgrades to the screens are going to be standard across the lineup. So the 12-inch productivity screen is now moved up, as well as you've got a 12-inch Sync 4 wireless Apple CarPlay. That's not new to the XLTs for this year. They did have that again on the 23 models, but it's just going to be a lot more premium. Again, continuing the trend of making the XLT a little bit more value because they did up the price a little bit. And we'll go ahead and get started and take a look at some of the different features. We have talked extensively about the Sync 4 system, and we'll go into that a little bit more, see if there's a couple more changes that we want to see, or if you have any questions, we're always happy to take a look at and see what some of these features do in a little bit closer way. That way, if you need to, we can answer some of those questions. We'll turn down the air a little bit, but we'll go over a lot of that too in the driving review of this truck. So we'll cover what some of the new changes are for this productivity screen. You typically had to get into the Lariat to get access to that. Now, obviously, a lot of this stuff is here on the XL or the XLT. But we do want to talk about the fact that the 360 cameras are now standard on these XLTs. And you've got zone lighting here on these XLTs. So that's going to be really nice and give you a lot more of a closer view around the outside of your truck. And at night, it's going to really help you see kind of what's going on around you. Here is your integrated brake controller that we were talking about previously, as well as you've got the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. We've had a couple of people ask about the options for the Pro Trailer Backup Assist and how it actually works. We've not really had the opportunity to do a video on that just yet, but we'll do something here soon so that we can show you how it works and what's different from this year versus last year. So another thing that you're going to notice is that this truck has the adaptive cruise and lane centering. Now, I did mention that this truck has Blue Cruise. We'll go into detail on how that works specifically when we do the driving review. We had a video do pretty well on TikTok that sparked a lot of conversation about the subscription models on vehicles that are happening today. Now, I want to clarify something that I didn't quite get right on that video, or that I didn't clarify enough when I was making it. The adaptive cruise and the lane centering is what you need to have on your vehicle in order to make Blue Cruise even work. Now, you've got some of these sensors here that are going to make the Blue Cruise possible because it needs to see your eyes, but that technology is going to be included in your vehicle before you have Blue Cruise even as an option available to you. So the adaptive cruise and the lane centering is the technology that you are paying for in the options of your vehicles. You're getting that, you know, camera system and the system that helps control the steering of your vehicle so that it will actively keep the distance from the car in front of you while you're driving on cruise control and keep you centered in your lane. So that technology is built into the truck. The subscription for Blue Cruise is the software that is going to enable the hands-free highway driving, as well as it's going to control some of the updates moving forward, like more access to more roads, as well as the lane change assist that is now available on the Mach-E's currently. So I wanted to clarify that that $75 a month is not required to use the features of the vehicle. It is required in order to get the Blue Cruise that is going to enable that hands-free highway driving. If you're not interested in paying for the hands-free aspect, the $75 a month, the $800 a year, or the $2,100 at time of purchase of the vehicle for the 3-year subscription is not required to use the functionality of this vehicle. I got a lot of comments and questions about that, but I wanted to clarify that here. We'll show a little bit more and talk a little bit more about it when we do that driving review. Y'all let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. I'm always happy to have that conversation and hopefully explain it a little bit better that people understand it. Other than that, the interior really hasn't changed that much on the XLT. There's a few different things that they brought down from the Lariat to the XLT to make that price range feel a little bit better, as well as since they made the STX package its own trim level. So by putting the STX in the middle of the XLT, what they've done is made that kind of that entry level mid package, and now the XLT is kind of a higher option on the mid-level packages as well. So again, just a few different changes and classifications over the course of the model year. Again, this is just a look at the XLT, especially this mid package. If we see anything that comes in over the next few weeks that are different from this on the XLT, we'll be happy to take a look at it. I do really want to take a look at the black appearance package to show you what that brings to the table, as well as if we get a high package, we'll obviously show you what that feels like here as well. If you have any questions about anything that we covered in today's video, please leave them down in the comments below. We're always happy to answer those questions in either the comments, or if we can make a follow-up video, it's really easy for us to do. So go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, again, we've got plenty of Ford trucks coming out over the next few weeks. We're gonna have a lot of inventory to cover for you all, so don't forget to subscribe. You'll be the first ones to catch it. That's about all I've got for you today, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.